evaluation because people do try to fake it.
Of course.
And so, I mean, we'll see if he is deemed after the psychiatric analysis to stand trial. I find it so coincidental. Again, I get fired up and people go, why are you so angry about this? Because it bothers me that people prey on people, the Chrisleys, and people go, well, they stole from Bank of America. Who the fuck cares? We're paying for that in fees, late fees, overdraft fees. We pay for their insurance. You think when they get robbed that they're eating the cost? No, we are, you dummies.
Let me tell you something else.
Tom Girardi too. Anyway,
Tom Girardi, that ain't a bad life. You steal all that. You live planes and trains and automobiles, and you lived, the hot wife that, I guess you fuck every now and then, and that entertains you. And like, you live to like 80 with all that stolen. That's not a bad life. And at 80, it's time to, go into the last phase of your life, but you've lived high on the hog, man. Like, and now you claim this and you're in a home. And of course the home is not like the Pasadena with the palm trees that just sold for 6.9, but that ain't a bad life. I still stand by, and you set your wife free. You just say, here's how this is going to go down. And Erica's, she's not free. She has a lot of legal troubles, but yeah, look, it's hard. They're going to put him under the rigorous, but this is a man that knew what to do. And he's, how hard is it to fake a mental illness, like to fake that I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a long road. I'm not so sure that he's going to see the inside of a jail cell, but I agree with you. It would be nice. And he's done some bad things and he's finally indicted. So that's that. What
do you think? Okay, wait, where do you want to ask?
No, where do you want to go?
Well, I wanted to, I feel like Rinna is so happy, don't you? Like Rinna walked a fashion show in Copenhagen. She looks great. I want to know what she does. What do you think she uses on her body to keep her skin elasticity tight? Because that's the big thing when you age, right? It's not your face. You can do so much work on your face. You can have hot tits at any age. You can have a tummy tuck. But it's the skin elasticity on your arms, on your legs. That's what usually begins to go, right? What does she do? She looked phenomenal, kind of the fiery hair.
How old is she? Like 59, 60?
57, 58. Let me look.
Look, the question is Lisa, this is really the big question. Is 59. Lisa Rinna? I was right.
Fabulous. 59.
Is Lisa Rinna happy, or is she trying to convince all of us that she's moved on? Now, I have no ulterior, I have no dog in this race either. I don't know the answer. But look, I tend to believe, my gut says Rinna is living her best life. Like, my gut says, listen, I am very much the same way. You give me a job to do, I'm all in. Like we talked about, Pete, they don't want you to bring your A game. I only know how to bring my A game. I'm all in. I take it very seriously. I think she feels like I did the job you hired me to do for 8 years. Even at the end with Kathy, I did the job. I did it all. And now that it's over, she, you have to go through the 5 stages of grief. I'm very quick with those, quick, more and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're over it. I am. I think Rinna's the same way. She had a week or two where she was still posting about the show. You do this interview with Interview Magazine. It's your story. I don't believe that you left on your own. I think that's a lie, but you double down on the story and you say it enough in print and you stick to it. And at least to me, that was her closure. She hasn't really spoken about the show since her words and her in-depth interview in person with that reporter from Interview Magazine. And after that, she's probably like, well, I didn't know if I was going to go to Paris Fashion Week, but I'm going. Bye, honey. I trust you. We have a great marriage. Good luck. She goes off. She brings Erica. I didn't see Erica inside any of the shows. Rinna was front row at every fucking show. Now she walked. She's big in Europe. And Rinna is just, I think, like, as she says, I was Lisa Rinna. Love her or hate her. She was Lisa Rinna before the Housewives. And I think she's just like, life is going to be okay. I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. I did the job. I got fired. And now I'm on to the next phase. Now she's not making money, but to walk in the show, I imagine there's some money there. So she's, she's going to be okay. And look, anyone could say we're going to do a mother-daughter walk and she'll walk and Delilah and like she's going to be fine. She has other things going on. This isn't my crusade for Rinna, but I really do think she's over it. I'm not saying she wouldn't go back. I think if they called her, she would go back, give her $1 million, give her 1.2. But I think she's like, this is how the business works. Rinna's gotten fired from many other jobs. Melrose Place was canceled and she left before it was canceled. Taylor McBride. What do you think?
No, I like I said, I think she looks very happy. I think she's happy. I think she looks great. I just, and I think too, we kind of underestimate what a big star. And I mean, Harry Hamlin's in that new, what is it, 80 for Brady film that has, Tom Brady and Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda. I mean, they're doing exceptionally, exceptionally well. And what I love about Bravo, and I always say it, is Bravo and Andy Cohen gave women over the age of 40 careers again, made them relevant. And in fact, I just feel like Hollywood is centered around them now, whether it's Kathy or Rinna. I mean, you're hard
80 for Brady.
80 for Brady. You're hard pressed. Name some women under 40. I mean, I don't even know if Beyonce's under 40 anymore. Anyway, I love where we're at but Rena's so relevant. I just thought she looked very happy and very natural in Copenhagen. And I love it. I love it.
And I don't think she wants to, when she was sitting front row with Ziwe, when she came up and said something about owning it, I personally don't think that was planned. And I almost don't think Rinna wanted that. Like, I almost don't think Rinna really, look, I don't think she's trying to change the narrative, but I would be doing the same thing. I'll post 24/7, I'll post 24/7 about the housewives, and that's my job. And now that it's over, I don't need to be in this. Look, she's going to be asked in every interview she ever does, right? What do you think of what just happened last night? Crystal and Kyle got in a huge fight, new season. She'll be asked her comments. And I think she'll be like, I haven't talked to either of them. I don't watch the show. Well, who do you keep in touch with? My best friend is Erica Jane. My second best friend is Diana Jenkins. I don't keep in touch with anyone else from the show. Okay, have a nice day, right? I really think she'll be asked about it, but I don't think she's going to be sitting there watching it in the trenches. I don't think she's going to be posting about it.
I don't think so either. I don't see that.
I think she's over it, right? I mean, there's a lot of people that, listen, I also don't believe that the casting is going to be announced next week. I still don't believe that Salt Lake is starting to film next week. I could be wrong. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't believe those timelines. Where are these new women from Salt Lake coming from? Where? We haven't had a minute to figure out who they are. I think it's going to be a little longer than that. And I don't think we're ready to announce a new Beverly Hills cast. Who? Not Robbie Williams' wife. So I don't think February 15th, which is basically fucking today, is the day all this is going to be announced. I think let's give it to March, guys. This is the difference between me and you. We